gentlemen, please welcome back Walt Wilkins.
Thank you. I'm going to try to tell a story I've never told before, but Tina, my wife, we were talking, I was driving up, we were talking on the phone, and she's walking around our neighborhood, tract housing, suburban Austin, Cedar Park, Texas. And after I left, they were taking a walk, the boy and the dog and my wife, and she said, oh man, they're putting out the Christmas stuff. And we realized we'll be married 12 years in a month, and we said like a week. Oh, well, thanks. We're shocked too sometimes. And we're not that ambitious, it's amazing that you kind of want to roll with Thanksgiving, or we do. Like, you don't want to get up, to me, you don't want to get up the day after Thanksgiving and then get to work. I want to roll with it. I want to spend all the Thanksgiving coin, and be grateful, and I do not want to go shopping for sure. I know. So in the car, like I said, I was watching, just pulling all the beauty I could get out of I-35 today. And I was thinking about this story that happened at Thanksgiving when I was much younger. It was, in fact, it was 30 years ago. 30 years ago. And I went to seminary for a while. I didn't finish, and which is another story. But I went to seminary up in Kentucky, and we went to chapel every day, and it was mostly really great. But one day, our guest speaker the day before Thanksgiving, my first year, was Jerry Clower. And a lot of the guys at the school, they were like, I don't know, offended might be too strong a word, but they were like, because we had a lot of professors and these, great scholarly biblical experts, and they were there a lot, and so Jerry Clower, some of them was kind of like, well, Jerry Clower, well, I'd never seen him, and I thought he was amazing. In fact, I thought he spoke to me, he really enthralled me. And in fact, the story that he told of him and Jesus was amazing, and it moved me. I was 22, and that was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That night, as we often did in the house that I lived in seminary, was the infidels' house. In that house lived these incredibly smart people. I never knew what they were talking about most of the time. They were amazing guys, and I've stayed in contact with most of them. Charlie Johnson lived in that house. A guy named Greg Mobley, who has been teaching at Harvard for the last 25 years. A guy named Chuck Rush has been teaching at Yale. These are smart guys. They were also wild, open intellects. And some nights you would stay up all night drinking beer and talking about everything in the world. And it was a big deal to me. It was great for me. I was the dumb one, really. The day that Clower spoke, we stayed up all night, the night before Thanksgiving, when all these guys, they were at the time, before they became the people they are now, teaching at your major institutions, or preaching or pastoring great churches, or in Charlie's case, moving to smaller and smaller churches to be near street people in Fort Worth. He's my model. He's the hero. We stayed up all night drinking beer and talking about everything. And then we all split. I went to catch a flight back home to Austin. I don't even remember who took me to the airport. I was so hungover. In fact, I wasn't even hungover yet. You know. But Jerry Clower had spoken, and I got up in the morning, flew to Atlanta first, all the flights, and Delta. Delta is what you flew at the time. Southwest didn't go that far, so you had to fly Delta, and that's what I flew Delta. It all went through Atlanta, of course. It was still early in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning in Atlanta when I get there, and I'm so hungover. Just trying to keep it together enough to get my next flight from Atlanta to Austin. And I'm walking down the concourse and I see what I believe is the key to my whole day, what's going to make everything right, is an ice cream shop. It's 8:55, and the sign says open at 9, and it's got the bars on it, you know. So I just lean my drunk self against that thing, and if I fall asleep leaning against this, at least I'll wake up when they open the bars, you know. And I'm leaning against it, and down the concourse, you can see him at 90 feet coming down, is Jerry Clower. And he's walking like Jerry, this big barrel-chested walk. And I had just gotten my ice cream cone. I had been the first one in, obviously, gotten my double scoop of whatever it was, chocolate or vanilla. I'm thinking this is going to help me. And so I've got it, and I'm just so excited. I leaned back against the wall of the ice cream shop in the Atlanta airport. And here comes Jerry Clower in a suit. I don't see anything peach colored. So kind of a rose peach colored suit, you know, and he's as beautiful. And I fell in love with him, you know, and here he comes, and I've got my ice cream cone, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you know, enough of the synapses are still firing that I'm going to say, Reverend Clower, I enjoyed your message yesterday. And that's what I'm going to say. And I'm practicing it, and I have plenty of time as he's rolling down, and he's huge barrel-chested walk, Jerry Clower, and big white hair and a peach rose-colored suit. And I swear to God, I think it was white shoes. And he's from Yazoo, Mississippi, as you might know. So he's rolling down here, and I've got my ice cream cone, and I've got just enough strength that I take one step as he gets about to the piano. And I'm so excited, and of course I still have the shakes, and so I open my mouth to speak, and he looks at me first, and because he's who he is, he looks at me and he says, "Boy!" And when he said that ice cream, and it scared me so bad that I went like this, and the ice cream fell like poof, poof, on the carpet, you know. And he said, "Oh, that's a waste." And he never broke a step. That was it. Never broke a step. He had a flight to get to, you know, and he was gone. And I was like, no. That's the story. I didn't get it. You know? I don't remember if I tried to scoop it up or not. And I might have. And I can't believe I told that story because I've never done. But he's amazing, and it made me think. So I'm thinking about that today on the drive, and I'm thinking about my friend Jimmy Davis, who I mentioned before. Jimmy Davis said, reminded me of this great story I'd heard Jerry Clower tell, where he says he and his friend Marcel Ledbetter get roped into going to a church service with a friend of theirs. He invites them to church, and you can't say no. So they go to church with this guy, and I can't believe I'm standing here doing Jerry Clower stories. The guy takes him to this church, and it's an evening service, and they realize 10 minutes in it, it's a snake handling church. Church of signs following. Marcel and Clower, you know, the church starts buzzing, and the energy's raising, and everybody's moving around, and they're moving, kind of keeping their backs to the wall. Marcel and Jerry Clower and this guy that invited them, you know, and the guy that invited them says, "Man, it's cool," and they're like, "Well, yeah," and finally Marcel, who's bigger than Clower. Clower's a big man. Marcel, some of y'all may know the stories. Marcel's this traveling, this guy he grew up with. Big guy. Marcel says to the guy inviting him, he says, "Where's the back door of this church? Because I want out." And the guy says, "There isn't a back door." And Marcel says, "Reckon where do they want one?" So I'm carrying on Jerry Clower stories. I went to seminary and I went for 1 year. And I met all sorts of great, wild guys, smart, like I talking about. And then I got this song. It's a true story about someone I met later in life in Nashville. Her granddaddy was a preacher in deep Appalachia, East Tennessee. She told me the story about her grandfather. He was a Baptist preacher on Sundays in a small town during World War II, and everyone had to have lots of jobs, small towns, especially in a time like that. He was a cabinet maker and a house framer, and then on the Sundays he would conduct the Baptist service there at the Baptist church, which is all fine until he really had to do some work, which is 7 funerals in one day from boys shipped back from Europe in the days after the Normandy invasion. 7 funerals, that's a big chunk of the future of that town. It's a tiny town. That's the principal and the guy that runs the garage. That's a huge part of the history of that town that was going to happen. And that's what this song's about. All night I've wrestled Jacob's angel, prayed to Matthew, Luke, and John, struggling to find the words to face the task that comes upon the blood-red dawn. I've buried men before their time, alcohol and sick lung. How to bury 7 of these Appalachian miners, sons who stormed the beaches wave on wave and sailed home to these rocky graves and family plots that bear their names. Tomorrow I'll walk up 7 hillsides and tremble before my flock on 7 hillsides. 7 sorrows, 7 sons, and 7 mamas, and everyone will turn to me for the word of God. What could this mean? And there I'll stand, good book in hand, shepherd to these precious lambs. What will I say? What will I say? What can I say? Y'all, to tell the truth, I never thought much about the will of God before. When called to preach at 17, I was in love with fiery words and not much more. But the time has come to keep the faith for others shattered by their loss. Remind them of a loving God whose son like theirs paid the cost to save this sad and wicked world. Through sacrifice our love is heard, and I'll pray I believe those words. When I walk up 7 hillsides, tremble before my flock on 7 hillsides. 7 sorrows, 7 sons, 7 mamas, and everyone will turn to me for the word of God. What could this mean? There I'll stand, good book in hand, shepherd to these precious lambs. What will I say? What will I say? What can I say? What can I say, God? What can I say, God? What can I say? You've worked hard all week. That's what you want to hear. An Appalachian death ballad with religious overtones. I know what a good time is. Well, why not now? All right.
No pressure.
I don't think I've only played it a couple of times in front of people, and I haven't done it right yet. So, let's see.
We won't know the perfect night.
We'll all help you.
Well, let's see.
I didn't know you were doing it wrong.
I'll say this before I play this song that so I'm about to be 52, and I'm trying to buy a house for the first time, and I thought today I did a lot of thinking today because I was alone after 5 days with my family. Yeah, it is when you're cooped up with people and then you're alone for your mind's like, I guess y'all don't know my mom, but that's. But how could you? How could you? Oh hell, you recorded that. And I thought buying a house is the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to me as an adult that didn't happen in Nashville. Thank you, Steve. I thought that was funny too. This is a true story. It's a true story that I can't remember the first line to. Y'all were all bragging just a second ago. I'm a soul survivor and a Sunday driver and a tiger on Saturday night. And I'm not done roaring yet. And as for regrets, I keep on out of sight. It's not like I'm old, but I've seen some road, and no one can take that away. And I look back at the miles sometimes between midnight and day. I've been on the bus with Willie, and I hung out with Mickey Newberry, and I traded songs with Guy. I met John Henry Falk, and I've heard Wendell Berry talk. I've been way too high. But this life that I live is mostly a gift from these songs I play. And they've been fine companions between midnight and day. Between midnight and day, when the colors and the noise fade away, and the voices gather between midnight and day. When the hands meet up at 12 and I'm alone with myself, and the angels and the ghosts become more real, these spirits that are with me in the darkest hours, they give me the freedom to feel. I already sang that. When sunlight fills the sky and fills my eyes, and I'm up and I'm on my way, I'm grateful for the quarter turn between midnight and day. I'm grateful for the hours between midnight and day. Thanks. I wrote that with my friend Davis Rains, and I also want to thank you for all that said that you would help.
Sorry.
Nothing.
I just marveled in the end for you.
We got your back, you said.
Typically I haven't. I'm sorry.
I did hear her say that.
I really
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I got your back was the phrase.
She said that. I did not say I got your back.
I won't make you no requests.
I didn't point fingers. I just was.
Make sure you know anymore.
Last night in Galveston, it rained for a while. It rained like hell. It was great. I kept looking at the radar thinking, man, I bet we're getting some rain at home, this little cool front. Nothing. Like you, Corn Cornelius, nothing. Yeah, thank you, James. Here's a song I wrote when the drought kind of broke a year ago. Rain all night, rain all night. Sweet and steady and slow. Come on, clouds, don't get tired. Rain all night, rain all night. It's been so long since we've had any. Come on down, amen, and then a few more nights we'll have plenty. Live like kings again. Rain all night, rain all night. Sweet and steady and slow. Come on, clouds, don't get tired. Not yet. Rain all night, rain all night. In a while, we'll be up and at it, throwing ourselves at the day. We should be sleeping, we both know. We're just listening to the rain. Rain all night, rain all night. Sweet and steady, slow. Come on, clouds, don't get tired. No, no, no. Rain all night, rain all night. Rain all night, rain all night. This room right here, this is a room that I walked in, I went, oh my God, I feel like I'm getting away with something. I am 14, and I'm at a friend's. You know, I would say basement, but I'm from Texas. We don't have basements in South Texas. That's just where people, they would turn their garage into what would normally be the basement in the other parts of the country. Close off the garage. You all know what I'm talking about. And that's the room you shove the kids. And in our days, the parents would have parties, the martini parties, and your wild friends would come over, or you would go to the wild friends' garage turned into some sort of rec room, I believe we called them, and listen to Crosby, Stills, and Nash. No. It was wild. That's what this room is. I'm getting away with something. I guess in some ways, any night I'm out playing songs and someone's listening, I'm getting away with something. Waxahachie has a Walnut Street. I've seen it, and do a song called Walnut Street about an old house. It's a love song to several old houses that I lived in as a younger man. All right, I'll do two more songs. Thank you all so much. I've had a great time tonight. Randy, thank you so much. I'm really knocked out by all of it. Thank you. Oh, man.
Hope you'll come back and see us.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I dig the way Randy has the sound set up. It's very unusual. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever heard it like this. Here's y'all. Here's me and y'all. We're all here. And the sound is coming from behind y'all back at me. It's like it ties us all together. So you're hearing exactly what I'm hearing. It's crazy. I really dig it. Anyway, Walnut Street. I'm going to play you a song called Walnut Street now. Got a little house on Walnut Street. The nights are quiet and the morning's sweet. Got an old wood floor beneath my feet that somebody's grandfather built. I bet he used to keep his lucky strikes on this windowsill while he planed and worked this wood until he made silk from yellow pine. I've got a paper that says this house is mine, but it ain't. It belongs to time. And with the morning at the window, sometimes I swear this old room glows. And somewhere between what you can and cannot see, that old man is here. The neighbor lady sings all day long. She only stops at night just to start at dawn. I swear she only knows about 3 songs, but I find myself singing to one of her sad old country tunes. It reminds me of an afternoon. I was a kid and it was Saturday. Just me and my dad driving out too late. And now he's just so far away. But with morning at the window, sometimes I swear this room glows. And somewhere between what you can and cannot see, he's right here. My dad, he's right here. He's right here. Last night I dreamed that I could fly. If I held my arms just right, I'd stay treetop high. I may just be a bird sometimes, hanging right above it all. Bird with a sad and lonesome call. And any moment, I might fall for you again. As the morning at the window, sometimes I swear this old room glows. Somewhere between what you can and cannot see, you're still here, still here. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank y'all. Thank you. I don't know what that song means, but I'm going to end tonight with a song from my dad. I was with my dad the last few days, and he's from West Texas. He had a tough childhood, and he's my first hero and my last hero. He's getting old, and he shakes pretty bad, but he's still funny as hell, and I'm pretty sure could kick my ass. He's a fighter pilot, Distinguished Flying Cross, flew 120 night missions in Vietnam. Night missions. And yet, he's also tender and sweet and kisses me all the time now that he's an older man. When I had a son, he was so nice to my son that I'd say, "Who the hell are you?" He was so But as my son's gotten older, he's gotten sweeter to me too. He loves music. That's why I'm sure I love music. He had a great record collection. He would walk around the house when he was home and sing songs. He has a great voice. And I'm going to end my night tonight with his favorite song. And thank y'all so much, each and every one of you. Thank you. I'm just, no, you have to clap. Even the kids are quiet here, so I don't know what's going. I can only guess that it's horse tranquilizers or something. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, was someone killed 'neath the town hall light. There were few at the scene, but they all agreed the boy who ran looked a lot like me. The judge said, "Son, what is your alibi? If you were somewhere else, and you won't have to die." I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, 'cause I'd been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Thank you. But thank you for the Jim Beam. The scaffold was high, eternity near. She stood in the crowd and shed not one tear. Sometimes at night, when that cold wind moans in a long black veil, she cries over my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil. Visits my grave when the night winds away. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Thank y'all. I had a great time. Everybody get home safe. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, dear. Thank all of you. So you don't get up or what? You don't. I mean, I know what I meant was so I'm going to do an. I'll sing. Oh, I'd love to keep singing.
Yeah. Keep singing.
I just meant. I don't know what I meant. This is a great room, Randy, just like you said. So this is a love song to a tree on the Llano River, on a riverbank that is my favorite place in the world. I'll get there this week on Friday afternoon. I'll be in this place. It has 6 lines, this song. This song has 6 lines. And with the people who paid for my record when I was handing them in songs, and, I said, this is what I want to do, and these are the songs. One guy said, well, this song, I don't know, it has 6 lines. I said, I know it has 6 lines. I wrote it, and I said, it's going to be the first song on the record. He said, well, I don't know. And I said, it's going to be the first song on the record. Too old to argue with the likes of you. I'm gonna sit right here. This one I knew. 6 lines. So apparently I looked lost for a second. It was presentation, Steve. It was presentation. Donna broke first. She gave up first. It's like you're my sister and you want the best for me, and I appreciate that. This is how the song goes right here. I'm gonna sit right here under this tree, sitting right here under this tree, and just be. I'm gonna stay for a while. Right here in the shade for a while. The joke is on me. The trouble comes to find me out. Just lay back and smile. Here I am laying back and smiling. Now just listen to the song on the breeze. Listen to the song singing on the breeze. That's just the universe through these cottonwood leaves. Sounds like this. I'm gonna sit right here under the street. Sit right here under this tree and just be, just be, just be, just be. Now we were born before the wind. Oh, so younger than the sun. The body bolts were one as we sail into the misty. Hark now, hear the sailors cry. Smell the sea and feel the sky. Feels. Let your spirit fly and sail into the misty. When that foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. When that foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I won't have to fear it, no. Gypsy soul now, just like way back in the days of old. We would let our spirits fly into the misty. When that foghorn blows, that's me, baby, I'm coming home now. When that foghorn blows,
gypsy soul. Yes, I. Just like way back in the days of old, we would let our souls fly, let our souls fly into the misty.
Thank y'all so much. I had so much fun. Okay, let's eat. Let's go eat.